Let's turn to the future. Everybody here is thinking about your next fight. Everybody was anticipating that this would be a stepping stone toward a big showdown with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Have you thought of that fight?
My job is to fight in the ring, and I think that's it depends Aram, my promoter Aram, to negotiate that fight, and I'm just gonna take vacation first and spend time with my family and have fun.
Do you have any preference who you would like to fight next?
Well, for now I don't know. Like what I said, I'm gonna take a vacation and spend time with my family because this is not an easy fight.
You can find a compromise to make a deal to fight the fight everyone wants to see with Manny Pacquiao.
I mean, if Manny Pacquiao wants to fight, I mean, it's not hard to find me. I mean, we was gonna make this fight happen. A couple months back, we weren't able to make the fight happen, so we move on.
Well, is the issue of the blood testing such a strong issue in your mind that if he doesn't bend to your will as Shane Mosley did, does that mean that there's no other way to make the fight?
I take my hat up to Mosley.
Floyd, let the commission do their jobs, let them run the rules, you don't run the sport, get in the ring and fight us.
What I want to do is be on even playing field, so if every athlete in the sport of boxing is clean, take the test. I'm willing to take the test.
It's Pacquiao's position that he will do whatever the commission says. The commission has indicated that they might be flexible and maybe in changing some of their rules, but not necessarily all the way that you want. Does that mean essentially that you're going to be at loggerheads and that the fight can't be made?
I mean, like I said before, if Manny Pacquiao take the blood and urine test, we can make the fight happen for all the fans.
And if he doesn't?
We don't got no fight.
So do you really think you can compete with Pacquiao? Really stay in a
battle? You must be Filipino. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's entitled to ask what he want to ask. To me, his nationality looks Filipino, so I see why he asked that question.
We bring in the trainer of Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach. Fans are asking Freddie, why wouldn't Manny just acquiesce to any blood testing that Floyd would also do?
Well, the thing with Manny Pacquiao, everyone acts differently when they take blood. Some people pass out, some people get sick, some people, get dizzy. Of course, Manny Pacquiao, when he gives blood for about 3 days, he doesn't feel 100%, and I'm not going to have him go into a fight, the biggest fight of his life, not feeling 100%.
What do you think Mayweather is thinking?
I just think he's scared. I just think he has a chance of losing for the first time in his life, and he doesn't want that to happen. And it's very disappointing.
But Manny Pacquiao doesn't fade. Manny Pacquiao doesn't get tired. If Manny Pacquiao, like he did Saturday night, throws 100 punches every round, and you throw them at that kind of speed, which is more energy burning, and people still don't think it's a problem. People still think it's all normal. People just still think, oh, he just works hard. People got to stop watching all the Rocky movies and understand there's a difference with movies and there's a difference in real life. Human beings don't do that with the help of something else. And that's how I feel, and that's what I think happened on Saturday night. That's it, And Josh saw that. He couldn't get off, and he never did get off because Manny could have kept throwing 100 punches around for 20 rounds, and people still would have thought it was normal. That was the best. People still would have thought there was nothing supernatural about him or nothing suspicious about him. But again, this is not the Manny Pacquiao press conference. I'm sick of talking about Manny Pacquiao. This is
Mayweather, and I know you admire Mayweather's fighters, just his skill.
Yeah.
I mean, if he throws a number of punches,
he doesn't, and that's why there's nothing suspicious about Mayweather. He makes you miss. He makes you pay. He paces himself. He does what it. If he gets hit in the chin, he's gonna go down. He reacts like a regular human being when it goes up and down. He doesn't go up knocking everyone out. Like, there's nothing suspicious. He goes up in weight. He knocked out less guys as he went up in weight. All the normal things of a fighter that moves up in weight.
So that Pacquiao don't want nothing left for us. That he's smaller. He don't have no skills. He ain't got skills for my son. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what we talking about. I'm not talking about nobody else. There's no fair to compare. I know it ain't the best you can be though. He had a hell of a performance tonight. It was good. It was delighting to the fans and all. But I know he's still better. Y'all looking now. Now y'all can take that little man and put him back where he belongs, in his place. Because he's not in the Florida league. That's so plain to see Ray Charles was here.
And the thing is with me, Pacquiao, I don't see no versatility in Manny Pacquiao. I see just a fighter, a good puncher, but just one-dimensional. Pacquiao's the man that's next. He step up to the plate, and that's another ass I got to tap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ducking or dodging. The thing is this: if Pacquiao want it, he can get it. Come on, man. I don't have to say, oh, I want to fight Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather is the face of boxing. All roads leads to Floyd Mayweather.
We'll get him somewhere. He'll run for a while, but he can't run all night long. I mean, it'll be late stoppage, but he'll hurt something. He's fragile. His ribs, his shoulders, his hands. He's got all the excuses in the world. Just show up and fight, Floyd.
I don't let Bob Arum bait me in just so he can make a lot of money. I don't let Freddie Roach bait me in just because he want to make a lot of money. I don't let my team around me say, oh, Floyd, oh, everybody want to see you and Pacquiao fight. Okay, that's cool. They say what they want to say. He's the fighter. What do he want to do?
I told him that we're going to do a blood test, but not close to the fight. Because that's his advantage, because he's bigger than me. So if we change the situation, if I'm bigger than him, and we require to blood test close to the fight, it's going to be advantage to me because I'm bigger than him.
Do you think he doesn't want to fight you, and that's why he's trying to, these conditions that he's setting, that he's unbending on?
I think he's not ready for the fight, and also, the job of the fighter is to train hard and to fight in the ring.
Right.
You don't need to change the rules and regulations, because there's a Nevada Athletic Commission to implement the rules and regulations.
Force that. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
If it's Pacquiao, he can get it. He can get it. He know deep in his heart he can't beat me. If I beat Manny Pacquiao, you know what they're gonna say? You supposed to be you Floyd Mayweather. You the bigger man. And then if I outbox him, they're gonna say it was a boring fight. But then if I knock him out, they're gonna say, well, you supposed to knock him out. He been knocked out before. This is like I said before. I'm in a no-win situation, no matter what happens.
Yeah, he's small, he's fragile, he hasn't fought in 2 years. What's the big deal? Where's the greatness? He struggled with Oscar, we killed him. He struggled with Haddon for the first 6 rounds, we killed him. Why is everyone so great? He was great at 135 and 140, but at 47 and 54, he's not great.
Fine. I've done more. I've been around the sport longer, and I've been dominating longer. And nobody has beaten me yet. So once, and like I said before, they're trying to they trying to build a fighter to beat me. They built Ricky Haddon up undefeated. It didn't happen. They constantly built these fighters up. It's not going to happen.
I have no problems with him retiring. He's 8 world titles. He has nothing else to prove. He's the best fighter of his era by far, and we'll never see another Manny Pacquiao in our lifetime.
When the world, I don't want him to get behind the scenes and tell an article in the Philippines, I want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Don't do that. When you get on camera and they ask you certain questions, that's when you say it. Because once again, my teammates and the people that's around me don't have to get in there and fight for me. So what they saying is useless, basically. What his team is saying is useless because it's up to Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Only thing I want to say up to this point is, if this fight is going to happen, Pacquiao's the people's champ. Pacquiao's got to step out of his element for this one time, go above and beyond, and become the superhero that they sometimes play him as a character as. He has to be the one to make these negotiations happen between him and Mayweather. Just like Mayweather said, it's the fans can't fight for him, promoters can't fight for him, managers can't fight for either one of them. It has to be Mayweather and Pacquiao. Just them two men have to come together. Mayweather's his own boss. Aaron speaks for Pacquiao, and so does Roach. But Aaron does the negotiations. So you know what? Pacquiao is going to have to get in, because we know Aaron is going to play his part, but Pacquiao's going to have to get him Aaron's ear and say, look, for once, this is how it's going to be done in order to get this fight to make it happen, because he loves his fans. He's the people's champ. So he needs to prove that he's the people's champ in my eyes and make this fight happen. Because the way I see it, Mayweather's willing to take the fight, but he's not willing to have Aaron boss him. Aaron setting a time limit for Floyd to respond. You might be able to boss Pacquiao, but he can't boss Mayweather because Mayweather's his own boss. So Pacquiao's going to have to get in Aaron's ear for once in order for this fight to happen. I don't think either fighter is scared at this point. I don't think either fighter's backing down. I believe both fighters think they're both the best pound for pound. So it's up for the two fighters to come together and literally talk to one another in order to make this fight happen. Hopefully it happens, man. Hopefully it happens. Deuces.